a 17.
I rolled a 5, but I'm not going to do the recap again.
I rolled a 17.
I rolled a 7. So you might have to do that recap, Ryan.
We did some stuff, and now we're in a different place, and there's a genie.
We found people. We found dogs. We led dogs away with horse. Yeah. And now we got Djinn.
Is that really? That won't do.
Compared to the first
I'm not
recap,
the
that
one
was
who
very
rolled
brief.
poorly. He didn't do it.
Yeah,
so I
know.
did my version.
I'm not looking at you as the source of the problem.
Hey, I rolled a 19 the first time and still had to do it.
Them's the rules.
Sucks to suck.
It's not the rules.
Yeah, it is.
Fine. We walked, literally, I will do the recap. We walked into a room. There was some medical stuff and some experimental stuff. We then walked into the second room where we set off an alarm, and then dogs started to come, and then we conjured some horses, and then the dogs went away because we put a bell on them. And we walked a little bit further, and there were some people hooked up into tubes, and Bait overheard a conversation between two dead people. And then we went into another room, and then there were some genies, a big dead genie and 4 smaller alive genies. And that is where we are now.
Also, you got all your shit back.
I did get all my stuff back.
Ryan, that was a fucking 30-second, concise, complete recap, and I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, and my heart wasn't in it because this sucks. I shouldn't have to do it twice in a row.
I mean, everyone else has, and I'm glad
Especially when I got a 19 the first time. I'm going to remember this, Colin. Every time I get a 20 from now on, you are the target.
Have I not been so far?
No.
I mean, I always make him do it.
That's okay. Maybe I'm just confusing one oppressor
Everybody's
for
confusing
another.
Ryan and I today. Just because we're both big boys with beards and glasses and a love of whiskey.
To be fair, nobody's ever seen me and Pat in the same room. So
that's true. I've never seen you. I've never seen you in a room.
I have very much seen you in the same room as me.
Shut up, Pat. You're ruining the illusion. All right. So we are in the room with a bunch of Djinn, one dead, several alive. It is alien-esque engineer style where there's like mechanical bio stuff happening. Is there an obvious exit to this room besides where we came?
No obvious exit. This is...
So anyway, I started smashing.
Arlen.
Do you actually start smashing?
No. Arlen, I thought you said that the spire was through here.
I never said the spire was through here. I said that there might be a way to get to the spire by finding something here.
Investigation.
I have an idea.
Go for it.
Well, genies, they grant wishes, right?
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Maeve, do you remember the last time we dealt with one of these things? There were no wishes involved.
Right, but that's because, who was it? Jenna got greedy. Like, we didn't even get a chance to, talk to it or do what we were supposed to. No offense, Chowder, but, I know it was in character, but,
y'all are still salty about that.
I'm not, yeah, a little bit, but, but, what if, they're thankful that we wake them up and, we make a wish and maybe we just fix everything.
I'm trying to find a fault in her logic, and it's not coming.
Yeah, I really hate that it makes sense.
Hey, Locke, you said you want to roll investigation, or?
I would love to roll some investigation here.
Okay, please roll some investigation.
That'll be a 16.
The shelves of books you saw in the room before, you just sort of start to skim through it, but you find
Locke rustles his papers.
Locke rustles some papers, and a piece of paper. He finds a little bit of information on what the fuck's going on here, and it tells him that this is a sort of failed plan that they initially had for killing Asmagath, as it were. It says the Djinn are powerful and knowledgeable. We might be able to harness their power to create soldiers that can fight Asmagath. And further entries detail how it's a failure, how they just can't control these Djinn soldiers that they keep trying to create. They lose their minds. They can't distinguish. And even then, their power is diluted. It is nothing compared to the original Djinn. But, and further entries show that a more diluted version of this lets them create the Stonehome Beasts.
Oh shit. Guys, I think these Djinn might be weaker? I don't know. Here, look at this.
Bait will take the papers from Locke, still avoiding eye contact, and Bait rustles his papers and is like, wow, say all you want about Mage Lord bureaucracy. They make it very easy to find the answers to things compared to your normal caves and caverns, and starts leafing through them to read what Locke just saw.
You're finding diagrams about, like, the big dead dude, and you are finding that the little dudes in front of him are, in fact, weaker than him. Significantly so.
Is there anything on here to give me, like, a reference point for that strength? Like, that would help me understand how powerful this is compared to, you know, Commodore Crinklesnoot, the Djinn, or whatever. Because that was not fun. And if that's how strong each of these are, that's very scary, and I want to know if Bait can discern that.
The little dudes are, in fact, as strong as Commodore Crinklesnoot. The big dead dude is like, like a entity that, you know, while not godlike, incredibly powerful, incredibly knowledgeable in magic and what have you.
So Bait is just going to, like, circulate some of the papers, like hand to Locke and Arlen, because I assume that they are also going to be able to make heads and tails of this. And is just going to absentmindedly chat while reading, like, okay, so I got a feeling that these guys are not going to be any sort of cakewalk if we anger them. But the big one in the middle was calling the shots or was more powerful. I mean, I hate to... I know I dismissed Maeve's plan out of hand before, but would it make sense if we're going to commune with them to do it when the powerful one is alive?
I mean, I didn't think it was a bad idea.
No, I'm saying you think it's a good idea, and I unfortunately agree because it terrifies me.
I'll repeat that the little ones are like Major Lord soldiers imbued with the big dude's power. As it were.
Okay, that's different.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think that definitely puts points in the maybe talk to the big one column. Bait is going to look around to the group and say, well, I think Maeve is right, and we should see if this thing can help us. Or grant us a wish. Wouldn't that be lovely?
Do these containers look like they are movable in any way?
They do not look movable, but, you know, you can just kind of move around them. There's plenty of space between them.
Before we start cracking open a tall can of gin, there's no obvious doors, but I'd like to investigate the room and maybe look at the machinery
cracking open a cold boy.
Before we crack open a tall boy, I'd like to investigate this room a little further and see if there's any secret passageways or any ways that, like, if I can figure out how some of this machinery works.
Oh, fuck. Wait, hold on. Oh, fuck. Wait, I got something. Hold on. Fuck.
Is that a thing I can do?
Sure. Roll Arcana. I'm gonna have to say you gotta roll real fucking high, though.
19 plus 13, which is just a solid 32.
You know, I'm gonna say that is enough.
I was gonna say.
It beat your DC 30.
Yeah, it was like you just said you have to roll real damn high, and then it's like flicked from a 9 to a 19 as it finished its roll. So I was like, yeah.
So you're finding that this is a very, what they're doing is, you know, like putting pieces of the Djinn into other people. Usually just blood. That's what the tubing is for. You're also finding like halo-like object suspended over his head that's meant to like sort of try to probe his mind for knowledge. And you're also just finding that most of the machinery is for like just trying to like channel like the Djinn's magical power, because there's a lot there, you know.
Right. So everything. So the machinery probably doesn't seem to be working right now, but it is all made to channel the Djinn's energy. Do I find any like controls that potentially would allow me to work some of this stuff, or do I find perhaps any secret doors or secret little thingies around here, like a little manual that'll tell me how to like work everything?
All right. You find the lever that's off against the wall. Pulling the lever, you see a sort of console device that pops out that lets you like control this room, as it were.
What? Oh, I'm just gonna like start walking. Interesting. We're gonna. What do the controls look like?
Complicated. And the labeling is all faded with time.
Does it look
Time?
like there is time? Does it look like there is a button that might open up a secret passageway?
There is a red button. It's a red glass button.
What do you think will happen if I press this red button?
Bait is like hold slow
And you
your
see
roll.
Kalt's finger just slowly
hey,
but surely
Red-
descending towards
Red
it.
is my favorite color. You should press it.
Oh my goodness! Hang on, guys. Bait digs into his sludge bag and pulls out a wet wand. He's like, "I got this from our last encounter with the Djinn. Let me just check something first." And Bait spends a charge with the wand of enemy detection. Oh, it says I have to speak its command word. What's its command word?
I mean, you probably like when you attune to it, you figure out the command word, I believe.
Yeah, but I was just for the sake of role play. I feel like I'm a coward if I don't make up a command word, you know. But I don't want to do it because I'm not good at that.
You know what?
Show me foe.
Your command word is coward. You chose that. You said it.
Bait is going to utter frienderinos and spin the wand around.
Oh my god.
And I would like to see the wand of enemy detection, just for a description. I know the direction nearest creature hostile to you within 60 feet, but not its distance. The wand can sense the presence of hostile creatures that are ethereal, invisible, disguised, or hidden, as well as those in plain sight. So I cast this while standing in front of the 4 little Djinnies and the 1 big Djinni. What vibes do I get from these fellas?
While the big dude is dead,
Yeah, I figured.
it still tells you that he does not necessarily, he is very neutral towards you. The little dudes are unconscious, and explain to me the specifics of this thing.
That I read pretty much the whole description.
Okay, I guess
for the
that's-
next minute, I know the direction of the nearest creature hostile to be within 16 feet, but not its distance.
They are unconscious, but they are hostile to everything.
Okay, yeah, and I'll spend multiple charges so that I can try to discern that all 4 of them are hostile, because I assume that they are.
Yep, they are
And
all
the big one
just
is not. Okay. I just spent 5 charges on this thing, so you hear Bait muttering frienderino, as he walks around in a little circle, and after like a minute of this dance just says, "Okay, so just to let you know, if that red button, wakes up these 4 gentlemen, we're gonna die, like big time. I have a feeling that the large one here may not be quite so rash. I hate to ask this. Would anybody care to charge a crystal with me and do a little investigating? Maeve, would you like your wish?
Or hear me out. Hear me out. We press the button and then also do this to crystal as my finger is still slowly but surely descending towards the button.
Bait haplessly looks at Maeve, Locke, and Arlen for any kind of support.
Arlen goes, maybe we shouldn't press the button.
That's coming from the guy who works here. That's pretty credible.
Kalt holds off for a second, but he won't push that button. He won't push that button bad.
Locke and Maeve, please, anything.
He
you can
said
say.
he's not pushing the button.
I know, but okay, so anyways.
I just kind of imagine his hand is like 1 inch from the button going,
Yes,
I'm not
it is.
pushing it. I'm not pushing it.
I think you should push it. I really think if this thing is so
At this point,
smart
I am
and-
going to just like move Kalt away from the button.
He's gonna summon a mage hand, and now the mage hand is hovering just an inch
do
away
it.
from the button.
Whatever you want to do, brother.
No,
if you really want to do it, we can do it.
I will abstain from button pushing for now, though I would like my sacrifice to be noted. I love a good button.
I'm not saying don't push it. I'm just saying, and Bait pulls out one of the time crystals, don't push it yet. Huh?
Oh, you're right. We could press it in the past and then the bigger one gets to go free, and then we can figure it out from there.
See, you're laughing maniacally, but that sounds so much better than what you were just thinking about doing.
So, Bait, I know you're really smart and all, and Maeve says this dripping with sarcasm.
Yeah. Oh, here, let me get you a sponge to sop that up.
You really want to teleport back to the Mage Lord lab, where there are Mage Lords that are most definitely probably doing things with these genies, and you think we'll be better off.
Here's the thing, though. It doesn't cost us anything to figure it out. We pop back. If we're in danger, we pop here. That's it. I know I just sort of spoke against this idea a little while ago, but, like, keep our finger on the trigger. We don't need to linger.
Fine, let's do this thing.
Okay. Bait takes out
and
the
he
crystal.
pushes the button.
He just smacks the button. No, I don't smack the button. I think about it, though. I think about it real hard.
I thought for sure you'd pick up on that. Anyway, yeah, Bait is just...
I'm not near the console anymore. I was dragged away by a friend.
I thought you had mage hand up on it. Okay.
No, that was a joke.
Okay. Bait is just going to cast a first level spell into the crystal to zip zap us all back.
All right, everyone but Arlen is zip zap back. What you see before you is, this HR.
I just to say hold on. I just got to say, just so that I don't get fucked out of this, I am absolutely, I am ready. I'm holding my action to cast another spell immediately.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. As we appear in the room, I'm going to make a quick look to the door to see if it is open or closed.
All right, as you appear to the room, you see that the door is closed. What you see is all this HR Geiger shit, when it was, active and doing shit. You see glowing lights and buttons, and you see the tubes full of dried blood. They're not full of dried blood. They're full of fresh blood, and they're
wet blood.
Fresh wet blood that's flowing. You see several. You do see those chambers full the little dudes, and they're kind of twitching, but they are not conscious. You do see a team of scientists going around doing regular maintenance stuff, and you do in fact see making the rounds, writing down notes and stuff.
I would like to lock the door.
I'm gonna say there is something you can use to wedge the...
Yeah, there's probably a brace or something like that, because I mean this would be a very important thing. I would assume they'd have some way to stop people from intruding.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna activate whatever that is.
Yeah, you take a brace and just put it between the handles of this door.
So are we now alone in the room with the Djinns?
With the scientists.
You're alone in the room with the scientists. The flash of light happens, and you can see that scientists are noticing you guys here.
Oh, they do see us right away.
Okay, Maeve says, "Nobody move, or I push the button."
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen that one scene from Reservoir Dogs where he's dancing as he's about to cut off somebody's ear. This is Kalt is getting into that mood right
so
now.
So they all see Maeve starting to press the button, and they are no.
I said don't move, please.
They freeze it's red light, green light. All right.
Okay, so let's why don't you guys collect their weapons and stuff? How many guards are there?
There aren't actually any guards here.
Scientists. Okay.
They don't got weapons.
Okay. So let's get them away so they can't do anything harmful. And Maeve is just gonna, with this maniacal grin on her face, is just gonna keep one hand ready to press the button at a moment's notice.
All right, over here. Now, just stay here. Ears where I can see them.
Okay.
Empty your pockets.
Ears? Pockets? What?
Don't. Yes, empty your pockets.
You see dudes emptying their pockets. You find a couple of granola bars.
Bates' mouth starts salivating. He has not seen these granola bars in so long.
I guess
It's probably Nature Valley.
what would be in a scientist's pockets? Measuring tools, the equivalent of an EKG, but for magic.
I'm gonna take that for sure.
Loose change.
I'm just gonna pocket it. I'm just gonna start throwing that stuff in my bag.
Just a question: is Locke helping corral all of them, or is Kalt doing this by himself?
I'll help.
You can hear Kalt like slowly humming. Stuck in the middle. He starts to do a little dance, just like.
You can hear going, oh dear, this is gone a lot. Oh dear.
So, who wants to be the one that lives and tells me all the things that I want to know? Stuck in the middle with you.
What a wholesome and not terrifying note upon which to leave as we enter the breakaway of Dicey Waters Chapter 64, Project Thunder. An excellent name for an episode chosen by our wonderful, intelligent, and beautiful patrons. Matt and I did really want this episode to be called Project Thunder, so we're grateful to be on the same page with all of you. A great place to be. I'm Colin here with a quick breakaway, 4-ish minutes, where I'm going to try to zip-zap through some show and community-related housekeeping to keep you up to speed on where we are and where we're going. Where we are now, though, is hanging out with our friends over at the Spice of Dice podcast. Made by a handful of British teens you've never heard of, it is set in the world of Mechanus, a place left in ruins from the attack of Armonia the demon and the abandonment of their deity order. Cataclysmic, you might say. This story follows Zeke, a cowboy with a secret, Azathio, a slimy wizard, David, a businessman warlock. That's phenomenal. And Firony, a really reluctant bard. Follow this group of misfits as they run around trying to save the world before it's too late. That's the best time to do that, I think. That is the Spice of Dice podcast. You may find them wherever you find your podcasts. Bi-weekly for some people just is not enough. So if you're looking for something else to fill your ears in between the populize of dice, you can check out the Spicy Dice instead. Beyond that, we are looking into our own borders here. In 2 weeks, we have the 5th Wednesday of the month. That means a couple of things. 1, 5th Wednesday bonus episode. We were planning to have a question and answer session with Chowder regarding Meant to Be. That was assuming we finished recording this adventure. We have not. We have done some work on it, and we have a little bit more to go. I'm very excited about it, but that does mean the Q&A is going to happen a little down the road, likely in our following 5W. This one will contain another one-to-one between two roles, courtesy of Ryan, diving into the brains and hearts of those that make the show possible. So stay tuned for that. We'll also be in that 5W talking about our coloring book, a concoction from our fantastic Discord moderator Ray, who decided to solicit drawings from Dice Populi folks, and more importantly, our community, our friends and our fans that have really just breathed life into some of the stuff that we're trying to do here, because these drawings are fantastic and fun. I've been working on the art for the next and final adventure, so the idea of having stuff to color that is, low stakes, no pressure, it sounds just fantastic. So we've collected all those drawings and we'll be putting those out in a PDF. We are aiming for the 5th Wednesday episode itself, so 2 weeks from today, the end of March in 2022, and you'll be able to get that for free on dicepopuli.com. Our Discord moderator has also introduced regular polls into our Discord group. So for those of you not in our Discord, you enjoy the benefit of not having to interact with other human beings, but you do suffer the downside of not being able to answer questions such as, is Kalt really pulling off that leopard print bag of holding? The overwhelming answer, despite my reservations, is heck yeah. I just fully disagree, but I am in the minority, it would seem. But also more general, less spoiler-related questions, such as, what kind of post-credit bits on Dice Populi do you prefer? Funny random conversation, deleted or alternate scenes. And there's also, a little interrobang for those that don't realize we have post-credits. I'm so sorry for you. Overwhelmingly, again, funny random conversation is the answer. I straight up don't remember what I put at the end of this episode, so we'll see if the masses are pleased. But Ray's been doing a great job finding ways to spice up our community efforts, and I am so grateful for that. As someone who considers himself socially inept, it is just a boon for us. Thank you so much, and I hope that those of you in there enjoy it. And if you do, bring some more people around. Let's have some fun together. Speaking of places to bring around more people, Entrenched. Our Patreon heroes know our bonus podcast very well. We have a new episode of that podcast out as of this week called Dead Ends, continuing what I like to think of as the second season of the show. It's just sort of in a new area. But this has been so much fun to record. And Ryan has been also providing us with visual aids, something we don't do in Dicey Waters. He's been preparing visual assets, and I have been trying to attach those to the episode releases so you can see what we are saying. He's doing a great job putting a lot of work into this stuff, sourcing and creating the images, and it really helps sell it. And this episode features a bit of a puzzle, and it could be fun to see if maybe you can crack it first. That is all on our Patreon. Another wonderful place to bring new people around as it helps us grow the show in all the best ways. For now, though, I just want to say one more thank you to everybody listening as we get back into Project Thunder and return to Kalt maniacally dancing around with a knife threatening to cut off the ears of and murder everybody around.
Stuck in the middle with you.
Roll intimidation.
Oh, I'm not very good at intimidation. It's like
This decrepit
my
old
least
man
good thing.
saying, "Hey, I'm scary."
I have a -2. Is there any way that gets? I'm gonna guidance myself for this check.
Oh boy.
Oh, don't worry. It's just a 3 plus a 4, so 7 minus 2, 5.
Nobody's willing to talk. They're more afraid of the Emperor than they are of your decrepit ass.
Hey, he asked you a question.
Are there any large objects in the room?
Yeah.
Like what?
Good question.
There's like a
Table, chair.
yeah. There's like a computer-esque, like we're talking like
Like a desk?
a 60s-esque computer type object, but it's not actually a computer. It's like got ruins and shit on it.
Okay. Oh.
All right. Because they're not answering, I'm gonna stab one also.
Let me try to intimidate them with my strength. God.
He is a much stronger fellow.
I think stabbing's pretty.
I was trying to do it in such a way that we didn't have to mortally wound anybody. Okay.
Okay, you can like break a table, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was trying. I was just
Okay,
gonna like
so-
break a table in half with my bare hands.
Got it.
Bait watches Locke do this and just like gulps.
Yeah, you fucking karate chop a table in half, and I guess roll intimidation with advantage.
Well, he gets advantage. That's fine.
I mean, I think he gets advantage because by comparison, almost anything is terrifying.
That was only a 15.
I was threatening to kill them. How is that not terrifying? I'm singing
They
a little
didn't
song.
believe
from the
that you
70s.
could kill them. I got a 15.
I was.
You succeed.
Okay.
One of the scientists pipe up, it's like, shush, but he's like, whatever you do, one, do not press that button. Those things are uncontrollable. I'll tell you whatever you want, man.
I'm gonna stab the one that said shush.
You stab Yanoa?
Oh, it's her. The
Yeah.
one that tried to put the needle in his eye.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
That's
take-
excellent.
Kalt's I'm gonna take Kalt's face in my hands and like turn his eyes so that they're looking at me. Just be like, buddy, just save the stabbing for later, please. Let's ask the questions.
Bait yells from across the room. At least it was her that he stabbed, you know?
As you say that, you hear like the wet, like, as I like drag my staff out of her. Fine, I'll save the stabbing for later.
And like she's like curled up on the floor, bleeding and just making pain noises, as it were.
If they don't answer your questions, that's when you stab, okay? Capiche?
Fine, but if they don't answer a question, that means I'm going to stab them on the spot.
Start with the extremities, at least, please.
I got her the extremity, right? And I'm gonna look over, it's definitely like center mass torso. She moved.
So Maeve, in your head you hear, "Free me from this torture."
She is going to look around to figure out where that noise is coming from, but that's all she's doing right now.
I think Bait is the only person standing right next to you, and that does not sound like Bait.
You hear,
child whose blood runs with holy power, let me free.
Who's saying that?
I mean, Locke, if I can't stab a hostage, then what's the point of having a hostage, really?
I thought you had questions that you wanted answers to. They can't answer your questions when they're being stabbed.
Well, no, the other one answered the question. This was the shushy one. I was trying to shush her shush.
Bella, what's this button do?
So, that button releases the 4 little dudes. They are not controllable. We have tried everything.
I look up at the big dude. Is the big dude notably alive? The big Djinn?
Funny you should say that. You see, like, closed eyes open, kind of half-lidded. And, like, the eyes, you're not really seeing eyes so much as just glowing light and maybe sparks of electricity.
Okay.
Do we know what kind of djinn it is? Like, I don't know if there's different kinds.
There are different kinds. In this case, I guess.
Would we even know?
Would you even know is the thing I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And I don't think so. No.
Chowder, I would like to cast message and direct it. So basically the spell says you point your finger towards a creature within range. So with one hand over the hand of the button, I'm going to point towards the big genie and try to cast message on it to see if I can talk to it.
Okay.
In a whisper that only it can hear, I'm going to say, hello, is that you talking to me in there?
Bait just sees the finger pointing in front of him and is just like, what the fuck what are you doing?
You hear the voice in your head. Yes.
I'm gonna keep messaging the genie and just be like, if I push this button, tell me exactly what happens, please?
This is me as Chowder say, but I feel like I've answered that question twice. Pressing the button would release the little guys.
I'm gonna if he tells me that the pressing that button opens up the small ones, then I'll message, okay, how do I let you out?
I don't know. Ask the
scientist. You know, there is a scientist who just stepped up and said, I will answer your questions, just don't kill us. Kill me.
Okay. And last message I'm gonna send to the big genie. Do you have a name?
Yes.
Derek.
No, I'm literally just pulling it up. Okay.
Al-Raid.
How do you spell that? Thank you.
Alraed.
Is that in character or is that Chowder?
Yeah, no, I'm going to be doing a lot of voice effects to make sure that is absolutely in character.
I'm going to kind of turn over towards where Kalt and Locke are, since they're the interrogators, and I'm going to say, hey, you should ask that guy there. How do you open up the big tank?
Well, you would want to press this sequence of buttons here.
I don't want him to get anywhere near the panel. I don't trust him to totally pull a fast one on us or something, And I don't know if Locke or Kalt would let him get that close to the panel.
He would I assume just be telling us the thing. We wouldn't let him out of our
he tries to walk to the console. He gets held back by Locke. He's like, okay. First press the top left button, not the big red one.
Wait, Maeve, are we releasing the big one?
I thought that's what we said we were doing.
Did we?
Plus, I think it's a really good idea.
Why? Exactly.
Well, because it seems really nice.
Why were you
Is this suspicious at all?
Yeah,
is
I'm
this
rolling
weird?
insight on this. Bait almost got smacked by her little pointer finger and is
I'm not
what
lying.
the fuck?
You guys...
No, it's not that you're lying, but you're not telling us everything. I want to roll insight.
I just told you. It seems really nice.
I rolled a nat 1 on my insight, so I'm like, oh, seems fine to me. And I'm going to turn back around.
Okay, fine. Bait'll just ask, what do you mean nice? It's big.
Well, yeah.
Step 2 is to turn that knob over there. He points to a particular knob.
Can I roll insight to see if they're lying?
Sure.
That's maybe a good idea, huh?
That's a 5. I'm gonna use my. Never mind. That's not a saving throw.
So
Okay. And what happens after you turn the knob? I haven't done any of this yet. I'm I want to hear all the steps before.
The knob turns off the flow because we wouldn't want blood just spilling all over the room.
Yep, that sounds like a downside.
Are you sure you want to, like, release the big guy? I don't think he's too happy about.
Well, that's your problem then. How do you do it?
Well...
Pull the lever, Kronk.
Wrong lever!
So, you see that button with the bell icon on it?
Oh, yeah, subscribe. Hit the bell to get all your email notifications.
Does the bell look like the bell that caused all of the fucking dudes to come after us? The Stoneholm
Yes.
wolves? I got a bad feeling about that, but...
Can I roll insight on that, please?
Yes.
Or I guess I'd like to roll insight in relation to all of the instructions he's given me.
Yep.
Okay. So that is
Please don't get a 5.
Well, don't worry, I got a 6. But I'm going to use Tides of Chaos
Oh, man.
to roll the second die.
God damn.
I can't wait for the
17.
episode where we make you roll wild
every
magic
single
every
one.
5 seconds.
Yeah. Okay, so it is a 17 plus 5, so 22.
Okay, the top left button part, true. Turning the knob, true. The bell icon button, that is the emergency alarm.
Yeah, that bell looks an awful lot like what you use for your beasts. How about you try one more time?
I'm gonna stab another scientist. This time in the leg.
God,
Perfect.
damn it, Steve! Just tell him! Fuck!
Yes, Steve. As I twist. Tell him. Tell them.
Okay, first of all, learn my name. It's Dev.
Steve now, bitch.
I'm making a moral point right now. Your name is Steve.
I need to isolate the audio of that saying you're Steve now, bitch.
Steve now, motherfucker.
It's a moral victory.
Pull the crank. Pull the crank is the next step and detaches the wires.
And that's it?
Yes. Well, okay, there's one more.
Uh-huh.
You gotta press that bell.
Ring that bell for those notifications.
You gotta smash that subscribe button.
Yeah, you see that big slab with the runes? That's like protective stuff. It forms a barrier around him.
So we need to get rid of those runes too?
Yep.
Kalt, do you have a way to deal with that, or?
Do I? Does it seem like you think you'd just be scraped off?
You can just scrape it off, man.
Okay. I think if Bait is still next to Maeve and the console,
Yeah, Bait
holding the thing. So I think Bait, once Maeve says that, Bait is also sweating bullets, really terrified of both Maeve and Kalt right now. Just what the fuck is happening? He's holding the crystal in one hand and just trying to brush the runes off with the other.
Well, Maeve, before we do this, what kind of guarantees do we have that this thing won't just, murder us?
I mean, this is the guarantee right here, muchacho. And he's holding up the crystal.
I mean, the thing said it knew something about where it came from. And
Oh, wait.
The thing said what?
The thing? The thing said it knew where it came from?
The big genie.
Oh, you're speaking to the genie.
I was.
We didn't say that before. Ask the genie.
I told you,
if
it seemed really nice.
Oh, well, that's fine.
I just thought that was sort of your childlike optimism.
No, come on. Why wouldn't you believe me?
You are sort of a grizzled pirate, aren't you?
I'm going to ask this not because I don't trust you, Maeve, but because, I'm as an adult in the room, I feel like it's my responsibility.
Barely.
Bait
furrows his eyebrows when Kalt throws the word responsibility around.
And adult.
Did you ask the Djinn if it was going to murder us after?
That's a good question. Can I cast message one more time, Chowder?
Bait stops brushing the runes off.
You can cast message.
Okay, I'll point my finger at the Djinn. Hey, Mr. Alraid. I hope I got that right.
Yes.
If we let you go, do you promise, to not hurt me or my friends and maybe answer a couple questions?
Yes. My wrath is only for those scientists.
His beef.
And Steve.
Steve is a scientist.
All right, we're in the clear. I turn the.
She smashes the bell button.
No.
You do all the steps.
I do all the steps, and then I kind of nod at Bait to resume clearing off the runes.
Bait does so.
All right. So like you hear like creaking and steam, and like this giant thing starts to like lumber away from wires, pulling himself off. He looks to the scientists, and they're pissing their pants right now. Not literally.
He's pulling himself off. They're pissing their pants. It's a regular Friday night at the at Studio 69.
Damn it! Before that, he looks to you, Maeve.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was overpowered by the Emperor.
I'm gonna move out of the way of the scientist so he can have whatever revenge that he wishes to have.
Do you want more scientists to get revenge on? And I put my hand over the button with the bell.
Oh my god.
That might not be in your best interest, but you do you.
Okay, I'll wait. You're the big one.
You're the boss. Finger guns. I'm walking it.
Bait has never gripped this crystal tighter.
Called still humming. He starts to do like a little dance as like there's screaming in the background.
He raises out his hand, and a sound like the crack of thunder at like point blank.
Oh, that's why they call it that.
And like the scientists experience like a devastating electrical shock, like a bolt of lightning just hit them, but there isn't actually a bolt of lightning, but you can see them all just writhing incredible pain, in the skin blistering.
Maeve averts her eyes. Oh boy.
Skin blistering from heat. If you've ever seen like photos of like what when people struck by lightning have like burn marks like branching out along their body,
Yeah.
That is happening to them as well. This is some serious lightning.
That's the episode title right there.
Yeah, he's had his vengeance on scientists. And everyone is dead.
Poor Stev.
Dev is like on death's door. He's not quite dead yet, but like, he's about to die soon. Oh god, I see a light. The light's killing me.
Go to the light, Steve. Is Kalt gonna go take some fingies?
Are there any fingies left?
Ooh. Hey, Kalt, can you slurp these souls, or do you have to be the one to kill them?
I technically could slurp some of these souls, but my staff is a little, it can like shake it and almost like there's like, it's a little drained. I want to save some of this for later.
We hear a loose ball bearing rattling around inside the
staff. Maeve, you said that the Djinn was good and was going to kill us. It seems to be going so far.
Oh, yeah. Let me introduce everyone. Guys, this is Alraid. Alraid, this is everyone.
Hi.
Pleasure to meet you, sir.
You had questions, a favor of me.
Well, I was wondering, you mentioned something about, where I was from. You said something about, like, divine stuff. We're dealing with a whole lot of divine stuff right now. It's all kind of going over my head, if I'm being honest. But, like, what did you mean by that?
Bait is going to look at Kalt and Locke as she says this and just silently shrug, like, what the fuck is she talking about? What?
This is her plan. We're just following it. It's what happens when you follow the plan of a 10-year-old.
I sense power from you. A sliver of...
Thank you.
A sliver of it, but godly in origin.
Bait smacks the back of Kalt's head.
I could be godly. Shut up.
Any idea? Like, is it a nice god? Is it a not as nice god? Like, who is it?
Like a medium tier god.
Like medium tier, medium rare? Like, how do you classify these things?
Chaotic in origin.
That tracks.
It sure tracks, yeah.
Hold on, Bait. He just learned about the guys from Asmara, so Bait is like chaotic in origin. Chaotic is Asmagath, right?
Asmagath is chaos.
Yeah, because that's the one that the Mage Lords are looking to take down. Chaotic in origin, Bait is gonna look down at Maeve and it's like, hey, What do you know about Asmogath?
That's I know he's like who they're trying to take down, right?
All right, but so, like nothing prior to us getting stranded here in the center of the Badlands. This is all new stuff to you?
I don't know. It's all kind of hard to say.
Okay. Well, I guess maybe we should have asked this 50 episodes ago. Do you have any idea where your incredible abilities come from?
Wait, are you just asking this now? I say as Chowder, not Alright.
Well, Bate's sort of a latecomer to the group. Bate kind of assumed they sussed this out in his absence and is like incredulous that this is just happening now also.
As far as I know, nobody's really questioned what I did. They were just kind of went along.
We've kind of got along with it, and I've been watching her, but in the original character intro that Matt did for her, he said that like evidently she's like she was born of some asthma to something.
Yeah. Some asthma person.
Yeah.
Okay. And so how did the Mage Lords capture? You said the Emperor was the person who captured you?
Yes. What power he had, it was beyond me.
What is he using you for? We know of his plans broadly, but anything you can tell us could help us avert catastrophe.
He wanted to make weapons. Weapons didn't work. He settled for knowledge. To take down a god is no easy feat, but to divide a god's power, taking on each smaller piece is easier. What he got was knowledge on how to divide and conquer, as it were.
Would you be able to tell us how to stop that from happening?
Go to the machine. Stop it.
You know the Emperor's gonna be here, like, soon, right?
Like actually tomorrow. Like, I don't even know how long it's been. Maybe today.
I mean, also, would you like to help us by coming to the machine?
That would be... Oh my god. That would be, like, so dope.
I am leaving. The Emperor is powerful. Avoid him.
Okay. Well, if you don't mind, would you at least do us a favor of teleporting us to the machine or getting us nearby?
Yeah, judging by what you did to Stev over there, I feel like maybe a little zhush could help us out.
Not a big shush.
Not a big zhush, not a Stev zhush.
Stev continues hollering pain. Oh God.
Shut up already. We get it, you're dying, girl.
Oh my god. I know I'm
Just
not
die.
the first one to ask this, but are we the bad guys? What's going on here?
We're the alive guys. Even better.
What you used to arrive here, give it to me.
The boat?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, technically, it was a boat, but it was in a different time.
As they're mumbling that, Bait outstretches the crystal to Al-Raid.
All right.
We all have crystals. So.
The crystal floats away from you, and he takes it into his hand. He grips his hand, and then lets it loose. And what falls to the ground are like rings, crystalline rings. And like where the crystal you had was like, rough and uncut, these are like fine gems.
Okay.
A green emerald, as it were.
My brain is going between, do I quote Sonic the Hedgehog for the 7 Chaos or Lord of the Rings for the 9 rings given to mortal men? And it's tearing my brain in half.
Or the Time Stone.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. God, so many. We have joined the pantheon of jewelry-based franchises.
So is it multiple or a singular ring?
Multiple.
Okay.
Enough for the party.
4 rings.
Do we have... is it enough for exactly us, or are there extras or...
Exactly, you guys.
Okay. Bait is going to pick up one of the rings, examine it, and then just kind of like, should I... Do I put it on?
Yeah, I'm going to put it on my pinky.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'll also do that.
What happens to Kalt and Maeve?
Been moving through corrupted time. Do not drop that. It will protect you.
And with that, he fades into clouds and just rises through the cracks and vents of the ceiling and is gone.
common meeting program.
Steve now, bitch.
So I'll plan to end it at your line there, Chowder, where you kind of give like the thing about corrupted time.
Ooh, wait.
And as he fades into clouds.
Maeve, do you want to say something? This was kind of your doing. Is there some like badass parting line you want to say?
Sure. Okay. Bye.
We got it. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
I don't know what you expected.
That's the stuff.
No,
That's the
fine.
stuff.
All right, I'm going to stop my recording.
Yes.
Oh my god.